we started off the session battling all of the axes in the chamber with the weird red glowy thing. Um, we ended up defeating all of them, and then Strahd pops up and was like, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" And we had to basically defuse the situation and go back down to our room that we wandered away from. And we stayed the rest of the night, paced around a little bit, had our short rest, and then they came to let us out of our room like 6 a.m. the next morning. And then we set off back towards the other trail that we passed on the way into Castle of Ravenloft. We learned about Jeebus and his long lost child. Um, we determined that we were going to come back to the castle on the 17th day when Strahd was out of the vicinity. Um, I'm trying to remember anything else we learned. I think that was it. Is there anything I'm missing?
About when Elsina went off on everybody?
She had a completely reasonable, in my opinion, crash out. Being very afraid of very new in her life multiple times.
Yeah, we had it coming.
And yeah, Alcena was very upset because she had watched all of her loved companions die multiple times within a very short period in multiple different scenarios. And then the fact that we almost had yet another situation with Strahd himself, knowing that we would not be able to defeat him. Alcena was so nervous that we were about to all die again, and for good this time.
Well, you were unfortunately very close to that.
Alcena wholeheartedly apologizes for her post-traumatic stress meltdown. She now has a handle of her emotions, and we are all set to go.
Amazing. Well, especially for the pain she went through, reliving her traumatic events, you have your inspiration.
Thank you.
Which will bring us here, where it is about 3 in the afternoon, but both yourselves and your horses are quite worn out from the long day of traveling. You did get started pretty much at the break of dawn. And what would you know, daylight lasts a pretty long time here in Barovia. You settle down, nestle in, begin your attunements. The moon betwixt the tree canopy. But true to Barovia, some of the bushes begin to quiver around your camp.
Armor of Agathis. Sword and shield up.
From whence there were bushes, they are now careening towards you.
I'm also going to cast the Spirit Shroud.
Mm-hmm. First, who is on watch first?
Well, I would be on watch because I only need to trance. So I would have either taken first watch.
All right. So unfortunately, Elsena is the only one who can cast before initiative is rolled.
Boo.
Sorry. I feel like I'm really coming down hard on you this week, Daniel. Did you tell Alan about what happened on Thursday?
No.
Oh gosh, yeah, I'm ruining Daniel's time. Anyways, so Alcena stands up, grasps the necklace, and shouts to awaken you all.
Holy moly.
Make sure you keep track of your charges.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. Basically, on Thursday, Alan, I've been holding on. I had a robe of useful items, and I've been holding on to these 2 windows I've had that I can just put anywhere, and it makes a window in a wall.
Oh yeah, those are awesome.
And like I've been waiting for just the moment to use them. It's like, this is it, guys. I can get us into the thing. And then she's like, no, actually, the stairs keep going under this tower. You're not gonna. No, doesn't work. And I was so excited, man. I was like, we're getting in there, guys. Because otherwise, we're gonna have to do this weird big loop thing, and no. Yeah, I got shut down.
Bummer, man.
My deepest of apologies, but Spirit Guardians is up around you. What is your bonus action?
I don't yet want to go into my animal form, so I am gonna move closer this way and move. Will the spirit shroud move with me and keep me in the center? Okay, so yep, so that way everybody is included in that, and then that'll just be the conclusion of my turn.
Okay.
If they start their turn, they take damage in there, right? Or is it on the end of their turn?
First time on a turn or starts its turn there.
Okay.
So you said we can't cast spells before the initiative because we were
Fortunately
sleeping.
not, but you can't. Yeah, you were just closing your eyes. Finally, stopped thinking about this presumed child, and are awoken by Alcena's shouts.
Okay. And they're just coming out from the trees. I will cast. Oh man, I gotta fix this one later. Finger gun. I'm gonna cast finger guns on that one.
Sorry, ping me again. Oh my god.
Oh, yes.
So this is on yourself.
That's on myself?
Yes. You are making a ranged attack against one creature. Got it. Okay, that's very deceiving. Okay, go ahead and roll your damage because the 23 of the ranged spell attack hits.
Oh, wait, hold on. 1 second.
Right.
Oh, and
That
it's
is
a
really
bonus
weird.
action? That's really nice.
That is nice.
Oh, it is.
I want finger guns.
I didn't even read that part. So would I be able to cast another spell or no?
Yep.
Oh, word.
As long as you have the action economy. Oh, I need to write this down as a homebrew. I will even let you cast 2 leveled spells.
Oh,
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay,
Yeah.
well then I'm gonna cast fire bolt on the same one.
Okay.
Wow.
No, you're not. No, you are not. And your blade, your bolt of fire goes a little bit wide, unfortunately, sizzling past.
I thought it would just be a little. Just hits the ground. A little ember.
All right, Mister, I'm gonna control Isaac. Let's go.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's his turn.
It is.
Is it?
he's not doing my thing.
Yeah, it shows
Yeah.
Needle Blight.
He is a 13-17. So 1 second.
Okay. I was like, I don't know.
Oh, and there's the initiative thing. Okay.
How's that?
Okay.
Is that better?
Yes.
Yeah, we can see him now.
Beautiful.
Word. All right. Well, he's gonna fucking sprint up and chop.
hell yeah,
So
hell yeah.
he gets 2 melee attacks, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Hold on. Let me use it on here. Oh Jesus Christ!
sleeping, you foolish blight.
How do you roll
as
damage
he-
with him?
I hit the word attack. In chat.
Oh. Thank you.
And he absolutely eviscerates this needle blight.
Okay. And in between his attacks, he can move.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And roll for the two-handed, since he's not using a shield or anything. You do more damage that way.
Yes.
Oh, that's the 2H. Okay.
Yep.
Yes. Apologies.
Thank you. Okay. Well, he's
Unless
gonna
he's
move.
doing something he needs his other hand for, but yeah, you crit it anyway. So.
He's gonna move
Move
here
up.
and do it again.
All right. Swinging and slicing through that handful of branches.
How much movement was that? That was 5 and then 10. What's his movement? Forgot to look at his sheet. I
Yeah,
could find it.
so 15 feet so far, and that's about half of his speed, which is 30.
30. Okay. All right. Good.
Yes, very good.
Gonna move back, and that's it for him.
Okay, that does activate an opportunity attack from that
Okay.
blight who is still alive. Though it does very big nothing to you. Alright. This blight is going to go rushing forwards towards Jeebus. Sting! Into the spirit guardians and making a wisdom save. What's the DC on your spells there, Alcena?
I think it's 15.
It's 15 for the item.
Yep.
Oh, perfect. All right. My guy takes 3d8 radiant damage. He just sort of begins to glow from the inside out, shrieking madly as he claws at you, Jeebus.
Oh yeah, that hurted.
I thought it only dealt necrotic damage for the item.
It does.
You are a good person, so it deals radiant. Right? You're...
No.
That's what the item
when it's-
says specifically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me open that up instead of being a dumb bitch and just having spirit guardians up.
Yep, so sorry. Yep.
Shadowy. Okay, got it. Shadowy ash-like mops, and yeah, that is on me. He still takes it though, And instead of glowing, he starts like glowing red instead of like an astral color, as though he's turning into molten lava inside.
I just wanted to make sure that he wasn't like resistant to necrotic damage or anything like that.
Very important distinction. Totally down. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Thank you for bringing that to mind.
Mhm.
Sturg is going to look around, roll over, and go back to sleep.
Very like
That's
Strahd.
about right.
I thought it was, you know?
He totally would. Unless they were messing with his new dead horse.
Funny bone.
Damn. He seems
Was
to be,
that what he actually
Is it-
decided to name him?
No, he wants to call
Marrow.
him Marrow.
Marrow.
But, yeah, Leicester thinks he should be called Funny Bone.
I like that. Alcena supports that decision.
Thank you.
Alright. That's only 6, as he takes only half. He made that save.
Ah. You rolled strength. Just be whiz.
It's the same modifier. That's my bad.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Well, he's actually dead. So,
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
Know that.
And he steps in to the wall of flickering spirits, as though to attack you, Jarrell, but falls. This one, seeing its brethren falling one by one, sends a spray of needles your way, Gleister.
But do better than that. Okay, I'm gonna. Oh wait, never mind. That guy's dead. I'm gonna run over to this guy.
Okay.
And we're gonna give him 2 sword swipes.
And being that he's just a collection of pokey brambles, that hits the fuck out of him.
Both of them.
Yes.
Alright.
You are essentially now chopping him into bits and pieces.
Still up?
He is.
Action
Barely.
surge. Do those hit?
As you hack through it once more.
He is killed by the first hit.
Well, whatever. And that's me.
Alright. Drell will throw some Eldritch Blasts at our last remaining enemy.
Blast him back. For all he's got. And suddenly the woods around you all quiet once more.
Okay.
And the creatures become a simple collection of brambles.
You okay, Jeebs?
Oh yeah.
Jeebs, can you hear me? Are you okay?
I get. Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, good. Okay.
Tis but a scratch.
I'll
Well,
drop
how you
the
doing,
shroud.
bud?
Have inspiration.
You know?
Thank you.
Sure do love a Monty Python reference.
Not even a scratch.
Not a single one of you. Barely stirred from your resting places.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I almost said Drell didn't even like get up from his bedroll. He was just like,
Blasting magic from his bedroll. Yeah, I love it. And Star, of course, was just
Back
turning
to
it out in
sleep.
his bedroll. Filled with apathy, that one. And the rest of your 8 hours passes uneventful.
All right.
Amazing.
You awaken in the depth of the night. The moon appears at its highest nearly sky. You and your horses are rested, but it is late. It is treacherous.
Reckon I should light up my lantern rig.
Always forget y'all can't see in the dark.
Yep, you got it, bud. All right. Oi, Stark.
Huh? What? I
I
was sleeping.
think we're heading out now, aren't we?
Yeah, might as
Fine.
well.
He climbs on board his little guy.
I guess we're all hoofing it until we can find Miss Speckleton on our cart.
They're not far.
Yes.
Just off the road.
You said they got to a village, right?
Oh, Miss Beckleton in your cart, not the current mode of transportation.
Oh, that the Strahd's horses are still with us? I thought they like kicked us to the curb.
They do appear to be sitting outside
Oh, they-
still.
So we
Even
can try
Strahd's
to let
horses
them go.
have limited stamina, you know.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, let's load back up then. I'm going back in the driver's seat.
You carry on. For a few hours. The night only gets deeper, darker. And as you travel closer to Vallaki, you all get the faint feeling you're being watched.
Oh, have we gone up this way, by the way? Or is that where like the death house was?
You have not gone up that way, no. The death house is just before the village of Barovia Ovican.
Oh, you can't see that part of the map.
Got it. Alright, fuck. Yes, the music is very brave.
Getting amped up.
All right.
I was like, I can tackle any adventure.
Being watched.
Yes. You feel as though, as while you are traveling along the road, in Strahd's borrowed carriage, like eyes are on you. You can't help but, look over your shoulder. Your skin prickles slightly.
Probably the damn werewolf.
And finally, at around 4 in the morning, you pull into Vallaki. As you guys reach the gates, the cart stops short. And it seems it will go no further. Having deposited you where you're meant to be.
All right.
Wait. Lucky. There you go.
I just thought of something. There's a smith here in town. That fucking collar. He might be able to get it open without destroying himself. Or, like, forge us a key.
Oh,
So we could put it on the werewolf guy?
Mhm.
Yeah, good thinking.
However, it's quite late. None of the shops are open just yet. Where shall
We
you
gotta
take
wait a few
yourself?
hours to wait anyway, because we need to pick up the wedding dress. Is the
I
pub
know
open?
it's-
Unfortunately, it is not.
don't we have a house here?
Oh yeah, we do. The orphanage / our house.
Yep. Well, it's mostly our headquarters home. It's not an orphanage because these children have all been adopted, buddy.
Oh yeah, fair.
No orphans
Um,
here.
No, sir.
Yes, let's go to our lovely home and go in quietly because you said it was 4:30 in the morning.
That is indeed the case.
Okay, well, Gleister is no joke. Going to try to creep in and remove his armor. Shoot.
It just all
Very
crashes
good.
to the floor.
I like to imagine like you're almost there, and then like you go to hang it up on something, and it misses and just scatters everywhere.
It's a vase.
Uno momento.
And that will probably stir the children. Not Sister Nisa.
Sister Nisa will immediately know who came home, who it is.
Yeah, it's not a robber. They're more competent than him.
Yep.
Yep.
It
Alright.
appears that most of the adults of the house are already awake. Though as you enter, Irina comes around from the kitchen. Oh, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Good morning. I'm just
Boy,
making breakfast, but it's not ready yet.
you will not believe this shit and where we've been.
I rather do think that I would believe you all get up to some crazy things. Rescuing me, for one of.
Have you seen Miss Speckleton and her cart?
Miss Speckleton.
She's our pony. I'll be honest with you. I don't know for certain that she belongs to us as much as we just borrowed her without permission.
I completely forgot.
You fuck.
Jesus.
Look, I was making fish and I cut myself and I went to
Oh.
my neighbor and
Oh,
I got
no.
it like roughly bandaged by an
Oh no.
Ukrainian, wherever it's spelled, said, spoken.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You-
Yep, absolutely.
And then I went
Ukrainian
back and I
bandaged
sat on my
wound.
bed and I looked at the roof and I waited on my phone. I'm like, oh, I have a ping. What's this? Oh, it's 1:42 a.m. Oh, I'm late. Oh no.
That's okay. I think I did a very passable story impression.
Yeah.
Through the
Yeah,
combat
you
that
slept-
we just did.
Well, you slept through a fight, but it wasn't going to be a challenging fight. You saw it was little baby baby Groot people, and you're just like, fuck this shit, and went back to sleep.
That's fair. Or reasonable.
I felt like that was something that Strahd would do. And as of now, you finally made it back to Villaki. It's about 4 a.m. as you guys roll into the estate of the Legion of Lancelots, where Irina is hard at work making breakfast, and Sister Nysa is... What is she doing?
I'm assuming
What does she do?
assuming sitting there waiting for the children to wake, contemplating what chores she's got to do around the house. Get the children ready.
All right. Well, you see her sitting there with a bit of record keeping. She looks up and greets you all fondly.
Hello, my friends. Welcome back.
Certainly glad to see you again.
Yeah, it's always pleasant for you guys to drop in. I know the children, they ask about you quite often. Making up all the adventures that you guys are up to.
I got to dance with Strahd.
Oh, I'm sure that was a pleasant experience.
He's quite light on his feet.
He seems
Feel
to
the
be
spread
a
too.
charismatic fellow.
I think I meant the person who is most directly responsible for Myrtle's death. She's on the Dark Vengeance list.
Oh, it was a she? It wasn't Strahd?
Well, I mean, he's always on the Dark Vengeance list, but yes, no, I believe, and apparently nobody else believes, that one of his jealous wives was trying to kill Irina, and she set the vampires off.
Oh dear. Well, please tell me you took care of her.
Nope, nope, nope. I gave her a stern look on our way out, though.
Oh, okay. I suppose that comes later then.
Yes, we would
Indeed.
have been heavily outmatched if we would have tried to fight our way out.
I can imagine.
How has Friedrich been? Has he been keeping up his training and doing his patrolling?
Oh, absolutely, every day. I do believe that he should be out any minute to do his morning patrol. He does his
Excellent.
training every day, and he lectures the other kids about it as well. You'd be proud.
Excellent. We shall. I'll need to. When he gets up, I'm going to show him two different fencing maneuvers, and also start the build up to having a serious conversation to him about life and death and the consequences of taking life.
Oh, then I leave you to that all on your own. I'm sure you will have a great talk with him.
Yep. Maybe if there's time later, before we have to head out again, the kids can practice crossbow. Crossbow practice.
Yeah. If we all have time before you guys leave, absolutely.
Wow, awesome. I was really worried you were going to say, no, the kids can't play with crossbows, but
You know the older kids. They need to learn anyways.
for sure, self-defense. It's a crazy place.
They've been
Well,
keeping
okay,
up on their
thanks.
training with Friedrich, so we're getting a little bit more comfortable with the maneuvering.
Has anyone been giving you guys any trouble? What about Lady Walker's little bitch of a son? Remember Carl? Fucking
Carl, yeah, I remember Carl.
fucking Carl. Carl better. You tell Carl if he comes around to get his ass out of here.
We should go see him over here just to fuck with him.
Spiritual
you
weapon
know.
him.
Cut his hands off.
What the fuck?
I thought we were just gonna yell Carl at him again.
As far as I know, he hasn't caused
Oh.
any trouble. It's been rather peaceful around here.
But yes, at a bare minimum, get like 10 of the children and get them to all call him Carl, like back and forth.
Okay.
You do it in a funny way. A
In fact,
specific
even if
way.
he doesn't come around, maybe you should go to his house and do that. That'd be hilarious.
That's what I'm saying. While we're in Rome, come on.
Just cat call him from the from the road.
Oh my God, Jeebus could lead all the children there like the Pied Piper with his playing his mandolin. Oh shit, that reminds me. We need to start interviewing. Such a nice.
What?
Did we tell you that Jeebs here has spawn of his loins?
Oh god.
Oh,
Oh.
right.
Oh, you have a child. No.
Yes.
I was not aware.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we reckon it probably isn't a tiefling, or else we would have spotted it because they're easy to spot. So we need to interview the children and make certain that at least none of them is one of Jeeb's child. As far as we know, just the one. Actually, we should rule them out all anyway. Make sure none of them are Jeeb's child.
How old is this child supposed to be?
Oh, Jeebs?
About roughly 3, maybe. I got this letter 3-ish years ago, so I would assume.
Yeah.
I believe interviewing a 3-year-old would be quite challenging.
Did the mother do you know who she is?
Yeah.
Obviously. What's her name? Maybe I've heard her around town.
Vera. Vera.
I said know that.
You have heard no such thing.
Okay. No.
Not in the time you've been there, at least.
I can't say that name rings a bell, but that doesn't mean that she isn't around here somewhere. So
I know she travels with the Vistani, so.
What, really? She does? I didn't know that shit.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Oh my Christ. Well, we gotta rule out my children, just in case, but do you realize what this means? Your child could be in the hands of the damn Vistani and taught all sorts of sneaky tricks. This is troublesome.
Wait, out of character. That was right?
You are correct. Well done.
Cool, thank you. So that's like what I had written down, but in my head canon, it didn't seem.
That's
Okay.
fair.
No. The Vistani, Strahd, they have enough of an arrangement with Strahd that he allows them to come and go, unlike most people around here. So we generally find them worthy of distrust.
But we did get that weird rug from them.
You mean that awesome rug? Which we probably have somewhere in this house?
Yeah,
it's
it
a
would have been.
unicorn rug. Remember, you guys? It's a unicorn rug?
Oh yeah.
I'm not making that up.
That was right after I met all of you guys.
Yeah.
Yes, Jeeps, you were the only other one that was like, yeah, unicorns are awesome.
But I don't
Yeah,
think that we
Unicorn
determined
rug,
what it
wow.
did yet.
We don't know if it does anything besides look cool.
We knew for a fact that it was a magical item.
Oh shit.
And I want to say that it was of necromantic power, but I don't quote me on that.
Okay, well, is it or is it not on a floor somewhere? Because if it's like a cursed rug of strangling, we would know by now, certainly, right?
Yeah, no, I think that we put it in like storage somewhere or like in a chest around the house, I think.
Can we
I
go
don't-
find
actually-
it?
We lost it.
We
I
need to
don't
get
think that
Sturk-
we specifically
Okay.
said what we did with it. I just
Sturk,
remember
would
that
you
we
be
got
down
one.
for giving it a hug?
Giving what a hug? I'm setting all these portraits, man.
It's a rolled up
Like,
rug that we
what?
got from the Vistani.
Yeah.
The
They
who?
think it. They're certain that the Vistani, man, in the
Oh, the weirdos.
yeah, we stole a silver dagger from them. Jokes on them, haha. They didn't think people would be stealing from them.
Yeah, poor vagrants traveling the countryside.
They are up to no good. Have you been listening to us?
No.
Our friends with well, gosh darn it, Sturk.
Okay, so what am I crushing?
Well, at some point, we've got so much on the agenda. At some point, we got to find this rug, and you got to give it a hug to make certain it's not cursed. And if it's not cursed, I mean, it would be cool to find out what its magical properties are, but I think it would just look lovely, and the children would like it.
What if it becomes alive and eats the children?
That's what we need to make certain is not going to happen. That's why you're going to give it a hug.
Okay. I will crush the evil under the rug. Understood.
I can't remember if that was Alcena who was there for that rug, or if that was Nysa who was there for that rug. That was a gray area. Okay, well then Nysa pipes up and she goes, "Oh, that old rug we got from the Vistani, that's up in my room, rolled up in the corner. That's just where we left it, and it stays there. Nobody messes with it. It hasn't given us any trouble."
Dirk, can you sprint up there as fast as you possibly can?
Where?
Nysa's room.
Oh.
Yeah.
I can't just jump through the floor.
No, Strahd.
This is our
You use the stairs.
That is not as fast as you possibly up the stairs as fast as you possibly can, silly, because you could fail. You could just smash your head on the ceiling.
He goes as slowly as he can.
Just one after the other.
Well, the joke's on you. I wanted you to go slowly so you don't wake the children.
I bet Isaac could get there faster.
Yeah, sure, buddy. You try, I'll push him down the stairs like I did Strahd.
So,
good stuff.
Speaking of a lot on the agenda, we should probably lay out everything we know so far and what needs to be done.
Yes, we needed to go down.
Did you manage to get into your notes?
So, I can list things off in no particular order.
Yes.
That I remember.
Well, I know for sure the Ark and Volstote, we got to talk to the crazy ghosts, but first we got to get the outfits from the bottom of the pond to play dress up.
Yes, we need to get the outfits.
Wait, where exactly is this pond? I know vaguely what it is you're talking about, but I don't remember where.
It's on the way to Argenville Salt, I think, or off the path to it.
Yes, it is. We need to collect the wedding dress while we're here in Valaki.
Yep.
Stop by the smith to see if he can open this collar for us, because we are going to have to deal with a werewolf.
Eventually, yes. And then we also have to find the, what's it called? I'm looking at my notes. Hold on, I'm so sorry.
What was the lady's name with the tarot cards?
Oh, Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, yep.
We need to speak with her because we found a new tarot card.
Yep. We need to find the tomb of King Dostrin.
What are we doing at the tomb of King Dostrin?
We're looking for a sphere of something. It is my note only says the sphere is in the tomb of King Dostrin, marked by the pillar stone of Ravenloft. Take it to the shrine of the ladies waterfall and put it in the spring, or bathe it in the spring. So we have to find a sphere and bathe it in the shrine that addresses the three ladies or goddesses that are addressed in Strahd's book.
Aren't we gonna meet up with Van Richten at one point?
Probably wouldn't hurt to check in with him, but I don't know if we.
We robbed his house.
Yeah, because he said
Yeah, I
he'd be in
remember.
his tower, and then we went to a tower, but he wasn't there, and we kind of robbed him.
Yeah,
Mm.
that happened.
Because the last person saw him was Lystra on the way out, right, of the city.
Yes.
Yep,
Oh.
I remember that.
Outside
Made me
of
feel special.
outside of the shrine, we should also find, or I mean, outside of the sphere, we should also find the sword that Strahd used to kill his brother too. I think.
Magic sword.
Yeah, because it says, tells a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. I see the shrines of murdered gods. Help the land find its peace and shall reward you with the power you seek.
Is that the Amber Temple?
Yep, start in an amber palace of darkness.
Oh man, so this, the magic sword is there. Awesome.
Yeah, so we gotta do that too.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's got a
Oh, but
whole lot of shit going on.
Yeah, we do.
but put a little notation there. Don't forget, when we go to the Amber Temple, we gotta go get that Dick Nose Dusk Elf.
Wow. That's right.
Yes. We also need to find the quote
Wait is
unquote
inevitable
artifact.
betrayal.
Yeah, in 17 days when Strahd is gone, we need to find the artifact that controls the
It's in the
abbot.
dungeon.
Oh, we also gotta get Cyrus out.
Cyrus.
Cyrus.
Well,
Yeah,
they asked
him.
us to check on him, not necessarily break him out.
Oh.
Yeah,
No, I think we
Cyrus
should break them out.
Cyrus didn't want to though. We gave him the choice and he didn't want to.
We need to do it against his will. I bet Stir could talk to him. Stir, aren't you buddies with him?
Who?
I guess that answers my question.
We also have to find Strahd's brother's tomb.
Strahd's brother's tomb.
Yeah, because it says because Strahd's brother was the only man that he ever envied. In our last part of the prophecy, it says, when it's time to face your fate in the eyes of your deadliest foe, pursue him to the depths of darkness. You shall find the devil in the tomb of the only man he has ever envied.
I think that's where we're going to have the final conference. Or
Right.
I guess it would probably help to know where the hell it is. So,
Which I'm assuming, based off
It's in
of
Castle Ravenloft.
the weapon prophecy, I assume that that darkness is referring to the Amber Palace of Darkness. So deeper in there, I'm assuming.
I am willing to bet that Strahd's brother's tomb is in Castle Ravenloft.
I agree
The sword
with
might
that.
be in the Amber Temple, but that's all I can say for certain.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll just have to take a look out for it. Maybe we could turn it up when we try to sneak in there to get from the dungeon. Boy, he's gonna be so pissed off. We also put down the werewolves, but the werewolves are gonna come after us, and that'll kind of sort itself out. And
Oh,
Stir
yes.
can cross that off his list.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're missing something.
um,
Well, which one seems the most time sensitive? Personally, I'm most excited about the silly ghost dress up time.
I mean,
Just because I can remember it.
I feel like that's a really easy thing that we can go check off. The rest of it, I think, is um kind of all on the way. Did we figure out where the Amber Palace is?
I don't think so.
Did that elf know?
What?
The one in
Oh.
the the first one we met?
Oh, I just read
What?
a note. Huh?
What are you gonna know?
Mm,
And we also have to figure out, do we want to give the abbot the wedding dress now while we're in town, or do we want to revisit him?
Correction, the abbot is not where you are right now.
correct.
He's far away.
He's in
Oh,
I
yeah,
would-
yeah, yeah. The
I
other.
want to beat
Got
up
it.
the werewolf. Are we like late for that?
No, we already
Well,
did that. We met
We what?
her.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we.
she
Yep.
got messed up.
Yeah. They,
Oh.
they
He wasn't
fucked
able
her
to
up.
give us a key.
Oh. So we're killing the werewolf.
Yes.
Amazing.
But they're gonna seek us out.
Aww.
I know. I know.
It'll probably be an ambush. Don't worry. You'll get a good fight.
Oh, okay.
You'll get your opportunity, we promise.
Oh, my
Well, the
101.
point, yeah, the point is because they're gonna come after us, it means that we don't have to waste time with that. Hopefully.
Just loudly say whenever we're in town and where we're going next on our exact traveling schedule.
Or make yourself really easy to smell to the werewolves. I mean, you're already pretty stinky. Can you
So I
dial it up
get
to
to not
11
take baths anymore?
anymore?
Anymore.
I mean, I'm sure you could do something to make yourself stink more. That whole roast hog
I have an idea.
looks like it's still on the table if you want to just rub yourself in the grease or whatever.
Where's the outside what's it called? Toilet? What's this? Chateau. Actually, no. It might be good. But what? That's not good enough. I could have sworn it was an outside toilet or something, like someplace where you just dump shit.
Does this door lock?
Yes.
I'm gonna lock him out.
Oh god.
I'm gonna knock on the door. Hey, I can't find a toilet.
Wait, if you shit in the house, you motherfucker, you're gonna clean it up.
Okay, but I'm not gonna shit in the house. I'm just trying to find a toilet.
Yeah, all right.
So what were our 4 tarot cards? We had
Oh,
Water Beyond the City of the Walls of Man, which we believe is Crest. We had Find the Hunter of Hunters, which we have, kind of. Von Richten.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not sure of his exact current whereabouts. Then we had the House of the Dragon.
Yep. Amber Palace.
The Outlet for. And the 4th one's the Amber Palace.
We have 5. I have history. Find water aglow. With the light of the sun hidden behind the walls of man. Cards. Powerful force for good and protection. House of a Dragon. Heart once pure, corrupted by hatred. We thought that was maybe the abbot. Card of power and strength. Weapon of vengeance. We're assuming is the sword that he killed in the Amber Palace. Then sheds light on the one who helped you greatly in the battle, which is what we think or the Hunter of Hunters, which is Van Richten, and your enemy is the Creature of Darkness, which is basically Strahd, and where we're gonna find him to kill him. So we had 5.
Okay.
Yes.
So, I propose once the smith opens up, I'll take the collar there, see if he can get it open without killing himself. We collect the wedding dress.
Yeah, I feel like I can go collect a wedding dress while you're going down to the blacksmith.
Okay, great. I'm on child interrogation duty with Jeebs.
Yep. You interrogate those 3-year-olds.
All of them.
He has a look of. He just has a look of fear on him.
Leister has a fearsome look on his face.
I'll ask around town for that woman as well. And you said her name was Mira, correct?
Phoebus.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
I said that I would ask around. Yeah, about your
Yes.
the lady you're looking for. Her name is Mira, correct?
Vera with a V.
Vera with a V.
Oh, hold on. How do you
Like
spell it?
you're a Wang.
Nearly.
Veyra.
Okay.
Unless I'm
Vera.
dyslexic and I spelled it wrong, but I think I got it.
You got
Okay.
it.
I will ask around for you, my friend.
Thank you.
All right.
What's Sturg doing? Is he gonna stay,
Plug in the
or
road.
is he gonna go with us?
I'm scared to know what he's doing.
I DM the DM that I was doing.
Is
Does
he
this
humping
door
the
lock?
rug into submission?
What?
Good
Huh?
old Patrick O'Houlihan.
Oh yeah, did you forget to take care of the drug business, bud?
Probably did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, so yeah, you do it.
Amazing. Okay.
Sturg comes walking out of the bathroom and into the sitting room, fucking reeking like collections upon collections of shit, baby shit, child shit, dragonborn shit.
Oh my god! I fucked.
Smeared all over him.
Oh.
Start, get the fuck out of here! Go
What?
outside of
Why?
town and start
Glacier.
You
howling.
told me. You
I
told me
understand,
this thing
but
go.
I know what we told you, and I understand why you've done this, and that's why I'm telling you to go outside of town and start howling. Right?
Suddenly, the door down the end of the hall bursts open. Quickly padding footsteps run through the house,
quick-
weaving through Elsina
Quickly,
and Jarrell.
sir, get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here and go howling! You want to find
Papa,
this
you're
werewolf or
home!
not?
You're home! Why do you smell like that, Papa?
I don't
Oh.
smell like this. Oh, Dirk. Dirk, you goddamn monster.
Oh.
It's okay, I'm just happy that you're home.
Oh, I love
I
it.
am so happy to see you too, Friedrich. Where is that goddamn animal Sturg? Did you see him, boy?
He went
Where did you
outside
run
the
out?
door,
Oh.
Glacier.
Oh, good.
Help me open
thank
these
God.
windows.
He follows you around the table, Jeebus, as though he's going to help you, but instead he plops a seat onto the bench next to Jarrell.
All right.
Hi.
Yeah. Sturg, in all
Glad you all
seriousness,
came back.
thank you for leaving the house.
Been
You're
quite
doing a
the
great job with the werewolf
quite the
summoning.
travels.
But
It's
like
good
I
to
said,
see you
you
again
got
as well.
now you gotta howl. They'll hear the howling and then they'll be like, "Oh, I smell that. It's definitely Sturg." That's how he always.
I think you're
smells all the
tricking
time.
me.
Well, I think that you're not. Why would I be tricking you? You want to get the
I don't
werewolves
know.
after us?
Why would
am
they come to
perfectly
my
happy.
howling? Wouldn't they go away from me? It would fear
No.
me.
No, they want to kill us, and they don't know. They have no idea what they're getting themselves into, Sturk. They don't know you, okay? If they knew you, they would fear you. But no, they're gonna come like lambs to the slaughter.
Okay. He says
Now,
while drooling a little bit like a retard.
Sturk,
Oh,
do
no.
you have your whistle?
I was gonna start howling right here, actually.
No,
He takes a
away.
deep puff of air.
No,
I'll
away
wait
from the
and wake all the
house.
children up.
Yeah. Anyway,
Oh.
it won't work. Hey, idiot,
Just-
moron, shit for brain. Listen to me.
I just need
Do
you
you
to
not
go a
remember-
little bit closer to the outside of town.
Do you remember what Bianca
Okay.
told us? That like if she told us that she was going to go back to the village with Miss Speckleton because they would be safe there. Thus, if you do it right here, again, you're wasting all of your efforts and your time. Now,
You know
that's
what?
why I said
Great point.
you
I'm
go-
gonna go to the nearest pond of water and just start screaming.
no. Why pond of water? Just
I lost my axe there once. Someone stole it from me.
What axe?
First of all, we don't talk about the axe. Second of all, I have no idea what happened to the axe because Mallory sprinted off with it beyond where you
Yeah,
can
we
see.
talked.
Yeah, no, Mallory talks to you. Mallory speaks to you.
Yeah, he sends me letters once in a while.
This is absolute horseshit. Hilarious. Anyway, go to the edge of town, like just outside of town, and start your howling, and get the like seriously, like, out of character, this will work. In character, I know it seems like life's just being a shitter, but
No, if I didn't roll a minus fucking 3, I wouldn't believe you. But sure, why not? I'll run outside of town.
All right.
God.
Well, in all seriousness, you're gonna get the werewolves to catch your scent. You're gonna get their attention, and you have your whistle. Please, just all the real random chance here is, will you please blow your whistle when the werewolves come so we can come help you? Please.
Maybe.
All right. Well, it's the best we can hope for. All right, off you go, bud. Anyway,
Nerd.
all the children are probably up by now, so Friedrich, you know your I hesitate to say parents, but the people that sold you and Myrtle for to be killed by the hags. Let me ask you, who the hell is that? Is that Carmela?
That is Hedwig, the
Oh,
oldest
it's
of your
Hedwig.
orphaned children.
Oh my God, that's Hedwig. Yes, Hedwig. I feel bad about because she's always having to care for the babies, and yes, I've been on my to-do list is I got to do something special for Hedwig. Hedwig,
Like, remember who she is.
Yeah, that's probably Damn, he got you there, bro.
you know what? You know what? Fuck you, because she keeps switching around. She keeps switching around the portraits, and I swear to you, she's gonna gaslight me right now. Like,
I
no,
have
I've never done that.
I resent. I have done no such thing.
Gaslighting. There's the records there somewhere. Anyway, why don't you put their nameplates on? That would be delightful.
They are on.
Oh, I see now. Boy,
Stop yelling at me.
that was well, it was an unforced error on my part. I could have just hovered over. Shit.
You could have, but I liked what happened instead. I'm okay.
Hedvig, we need to figure out if any of the children here may have had a mama whose name was what was it, Vera?
Yep.
I don't reckon you'd know off the top of your head, would you?
Oh, me?
Yes.
Why would I know that?
Oh, yeah. I suppose that's a reasonable question. Anyway,
Some
we
of
got
these
to.
kids aren't even old enough to remember their mom and dad.
Yeah, I reckon you're
Those of
probably right.
them Who are? Well, we don't really want to now, do we?
Gleister strokes his chin thoughtfully. I hadn't considered that. Do you think that interrogating all the children to see if one of them might be this kid's, and I point to Jeebus, bastard offspring might be more trouble than it's worth, Hedvig?
He just puts his face in his hands.
I very possibly do.
Gosh darn it, Hedvig. I don't have a better idea. But we gotta rule out the possibility.
I can't
At
tell
least
you what
check-
to do.
Well, listen. I know it because I'm the father, and I'm the one who tells people what to do. You don't gotta tell me that, Hedvig.
Am I your father? Because I have to tell you what to do sometimes.
Yeah, I was about to say we all do
Like,
our
don't open
own fair share
doors
of
you don't know
parenting.
what they're gonna do.
Listen, Alcena does what Alcena wants. Okay.
No, that one was not Alcina. That was
Jarrell, you're my friend, and
We've both
you're
done it.
also, if
Who's
we're
Alcina?
perfectly honest, you're like what, like 30 years older than me?
Jarrell, we're friends, but you're more like a father to me.
Strange implications, guys.
We're all in different stages of parenting.
Yeah. I guess so.
Except Storg. Storg is Storg.
Yep,
Please
that's
do.
certainly true. That's certainly true. Man, that's definitely going to work with the werewolves, but that's neither here nor there. Shit. Did I say that in front of the kids?
All right. So is Gleister choosing to interrogate the children or negative?
Maybe we'll just put it off until we can rule out because I think the most likely possibility is the Vistani.
also I'm only 38, so that's been insulting.
Oh. Well, then you're just for a half elf, you're just a little tiny guy. You're just a little guy. So actually, yeah, we're about the same age. Hilarious.
Hilarious.
I look like a middle-aged man, and you look like a 19-year-old.
That is truth.
Boy, so you know what? Yeah, I have a great idea. Is why don't we just leave this with Sister Nysa, and she can do it subtly. Friedrich, I'm very proud of you, boy, and we're gonna do some training in a bit, but this is a little bit over your head. So, Hedvig, I am going to leave this to you and Sister Nysa. I know this is a hassle, and you fill in a lot, but I know I can count on you, girl.
How old is she?
Whom are you speaking of? Hedwig specifically?
Yes.
Yeah, my eldest daughter.
You'll maybe take note that she has not once called you father, but I digress. Hedwig is 15.
Okay.
15. No, I did not take note that she has never called me father. The player have. That's probably a icy dagger in Gleister's heart that he's perfectly well aware of then, now that you mention it. Boy, so what is her, regardless, I am still going to think of her as my eldest daughter, and what was her reaction to my proposal? Boy, I wish I had something cool that a 15-year-old girl would like, but I don't have, like, knives and stuff.
Do you have a silver dagger or something? Or did we lose that?
No, I still have mine.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, I also have this really
Yes.
badass magic dagger made out of a vampire's claw.
It's not really my thing, but I appreciate it.
Wait, how would you like some alchemist fire?
What the fuck are you doing right now?
All right, out of character, Gleister is groping around in his head because he's trying to think of something that he could give to this girl as like a treat or a present. And again, all the kind of shit that he has is like tools and weapons, and again, not things that a 15-year-old girl would be interested in. I have like a straight razor that's made from mammoth horn, but I don't know what good that would do.
Mm,
Oh shit!
I
You can always
Jeeves,
make her something. Yeah, what up?
Jeeves, spot me that perfume, Holmes.
I got you. And I hand him my jar of perfume.
Vic, does this interest you at all?
guess. Thank you. I don't think I've ever worn perfume before.
Yeah? Gleister's really excited now that he knows he's on the right track. What about this? And he pulls out a horrifying vampire claw dagger that looks like a middle finger, and I've put the chitin from the spider on the end of it, like with a jagged black tip.
No, I don't think that I like that as much. But
Okay.
thank you.
Gleister is like he's facing away from her, like the opposite direction from Friedrich, but he's like waving it in the air and being like, "It's magic."
Is it magic? Can I play with it?
To Friedrich? Yeah, absolutely, boy. I chopped a goddamn vampire's hand off and made this. Wait, you see this jagged bit at the end? That's from a big spooky spider's chitin.
I have the hide of it right here, and if I can unroll it.
Sweet.
Whoa, cool. And the next easily 60 minutes are filled with rapid fire questions from Friedrich, whilst Hedwig departs to go and speak to the rest of the children. And he's asking about what you did while you were gone. But off to Alcena's brief foray into town. And Sturg is shouting at the sky at the edge of town. Yes?
Sound like
Rails heading to the smith.
Okay, Jarrell is heading to the smith. Alright. Alcena 1, Jarrell 2. Alright, Jarrell, you make your way and you find yourself at the blacksmith. He
Alright.
is old grizzly sort of man, with one blind eye and half blind in the other, but he's up and working at this early hour.
Excuse me, sir. You've helped us in the past, me and my compatriots. Wondering if you may be able to help us once more. And I will bring out the collar. But I'm not going to set it down because I don't want him to grab it and accidentally trigger it.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
What about this collar? What do you want me to do with it?
it is prepped. Found it used to imprison some individuals, but there's a mechanism that will trigger spikes to impale anyone holding it, and I need to open it safely without such a thing happening. I believe your skill set would be more opportune than mine to accomplish such a task.
I don't know about it. Let me take a look at it. He comes closer with these really thick, large glasses, and he peers forward, giving it a good look-see, getting just inches away from it. Like, it probably is making you nervous.
Yeah, I was
How
about to
close
say.
he's getting to it. Well, that's some solid construction there. You said it was used to do what again?
There was a cave of werewolves. They were keeping others imprisoned with these, and the spikes were to dissuade them from trying to escape. I need to open.
It's messy business you're asking me to get involved with. I'm not sure, but well, I won't make any promises, but I'll agree to take a look at it, I suppose.
How long do you anticipate you might need?
I don't know if you're saying that these were used on werewolves.
Cut out.
I heard werewolf, and then you cut out.
Oh, sorry. One presumes if it was used for wolves, these are made magically. Well, here's some Raleigh here. He's no magical man, no enchanter, and well, what we've got here is nothing short of a magical grenade. Tripwire, I suppose, if it were. I'd need at least a couple of days, a week. Preferable, but well, something tells me you're not the patient sort,
I wish to return this to the werewolf as a piece of jewelry, if you understand my meaning.
Oh, I get your meaning, all right. And well, I'd be willing to give you a fair discount. The investigation, but I still reckon it'd be best to take a few days if you really want me to have the best chance of cracking into this thing. Not to mention, I'm just a little old man. You wouldn't want me to put myself into danger, now would you?
Of course not. I'd be glad to pay ahead of time.
Yeah, I bet you would. Yep, that's gonna be necessary, son. But I'll be happy to take half now and half when you return. But again, just want to remind you, that old Pearson makes no promises. Only that I'll look at it.
Do your best.
Aye, that I will. Come back around next laugh day, and well, I happen to have heard a bit of a rumor that you had something to do with the changing of hands in town. So I'll give you a double discount. How does that sound?
That would be greatly appreciated.
All right. 25 gold pieces now, 25 gold pieces when you return.
I don't have that much on me. I can collect it. I'll leave this here with you. I shall return shortly. Hey guys.
Yes, Kleister. So we've kind of discussed this whistle thing before. So when we first came back around into things, I believe Nysa had in her possession 2 whistles. One that was hers and one that was Navarra's.
Yes.
And I believe that she handed off at least one of those whistles to Jeebus, and I believe she might have given the other one for an extra.
No, she gave one to Alcena and one to Jeebus.
Oh, that's right. Alcena came into the party at that time. So yes. So one went to Alcena and one because she did in fact have an.
Okay. Yes, then I do have a whistle.
Okay, good. Then I don't have to go storming off into town. Jeebus loans me 2 gold pieces, and I go find Hedvig and be like, here, do you want to find some time at some point, later when we leave and find yourself something nice around town to buy? Give her the thumbs up. Awkward.
She happily takes your money, with no questions asked. Gives you a nice big smile, and sets it down on her little shelf. Just as Jarrell walks back through the front door, probably a sight earlier than he was expecting.
So I explained the situation. He's going to take a look at it. Needs about a week. But we need 25 gold now and 25 on pickup, and I only have 9.
Man, I
Yeah.
feel like a loan shark, but I can spot you the first 25.
Well,
Okay.
the joke's on us because Sturg has money and we banished him out into the wilderness. In fairness,
Oh yeah, yeah.
he did go behind our backs in private chats with the DM to go diving in the privy, apparently.
Hey, you asked for it. You told him to do it.
Yep. Well, I am also very grateful that you're doing the other thing I told you to do, because at least then you're making this whole thing worth it.
Maybe I shouldn't do it. Maybe she's looking
God
at
damn it, sir! Please keep doing it. Please keep howling it. I hope we get fucking drawn and quartered by werewolves.
Alright, so
Alright.
Jarrell happily takes your money.
Yes.
Heads back off to the blacksmith. Depositing the first half of the payment? Question mark?
Yes.
Very good. Hop's gonna jump across the hoy. Is Alcena stepping in to the shop of Lottie and Gilly, the tailor shop called the Beast's Rose. Little Lottie is at a sort of like back corral area. That she's hard at work sewing something white, and she looks up as you enter. Welcome to the. Oh, you're back so soon.
Oh, so soon? You told us to return in a couple days, and we just happened to be in town, so I wanted to check in and see how the dress was coming along.
Oh, well, I think it's going quite well. And she stands up and she sort of fluffs out the thing that she's working. Held up before you was a lovely wedding dress with quite a few seams left to be placed.
Oh, yes, it is quite beautiful. You've done a great job. Approximately how much longer do you think that you'll need before we can pick it up?
Oh, I promise you, dear, I'm going as fast as I can, but, well, this is delicate material. I should be able to have it finished no later than tomorrow afternoon, perhaps by morning if I work through the night.
Oh, no, please, take your time. We're in no rush to return it. We just, wanted to check in on you and, the rest of our affairs that we have here in town. And, speaking of, actually, I was wondering if maybe you know, one, if there is any enchanter maybe within town or nearby.
Enchanters? No, there's the Third Eye Potions and Sundries just at the edge of town, but. Well, Anya just has things like potion ingredients and potions. The odd component, I suppose, but she doesn't do any enchanting to my knowledge.
Mm. Do you know of any other towns that may have one?
Oh, dear, I'm flattered that you think I've ever left this little town of Valaki, but Well, even as far as news goes, carrying things around, those sort of things simply, they are just random trades, I suppose. Sometimes you can magic at general store. They pick things up from the odd adventurer or two, but no, I'm quite sorry. I really don't think that. I'm of no help. I'm so sorry.
No, no worries, no worries. That's quite all right. Then my last question, and then I will let you get back to your delicate work there. We are also asking around, trying to find a woman named Vera. Have you maybe heard of her name or heard of her here around town?
Vera. Well, Valaki is a small town, dear, but I don't think I know everyone by name. Do you have anything else to go off of?
She would have a 3-year-old child, at least one 3-year-old child. I know that she was a slight traveler, but this was the last town that she was heard of being spotted in.
Well, I've seen many women with children. But, well, then again, I don't ask everyone their name. But I can promise to keep an ear out for you and mayhaps ask a person or two when they come into the shop. If I hear anything, I'll let you know when you come back for the dress.
Yeah, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much.
My pleasure, dear. And please don't forget to continue to patron the bistro after your dress.
Yes, not a problem. Actually, I was looking through my things and I was wondering if these would be of any interest to you. And she's gonna pull out her gloves with ivory tips that Nisa had given to her and present them out to her.
She gives them a look over. Remarks that they're quite fine, and she'll happily give you 30 gold pieces.
Sure. I will take that.
If it turns out that I'm royally fucking you on how much that is. Tremendous.
Okay.
Alright. Thank you, come again, and anything else?
Nope, that concludes. Some time here.
Alright. So that ordeal took about 3 hours. How long does Strahd scream at the sky for?
Until I start feeling silly.
A werewolf shows up.
Or they don't show up.
Well,
I guess I'll just write in the dirt where I'm going next. Then realize I don't know where I'm going next. And just leave behind some part of my clothing, I guess, and just hope they find me.
Alright, well, in the 3 hours of shouting at nothing, no werewolves happened upon you, unfortunately.
I've been betrayed.
And eventually you all reconvene at your manor.
Sorry, Jeeves.
It is about 10 a.m. Sorry.
Oh, dang. It's still like early morning. Sorry, Jeeves. I asked around a little bit in town, but Nobody's heard of Vera, so the lady that is making the wedding dress, she said that she would ask around for us and give us an update when we go to pick up the dress. She wasn't quite finished with it. She said maybe in the morning, maybe tomorrow afternoon.
Okay. Thank you. How was the blacksmith?
He will need about a week, but he is working on it, and we will need another 25 gold upon picking up. But will hopefully be the opened collar.
Well, how you plan on getting the money?
I'll chip in. It'd be for a
have-
good use.
Yes.
Okay.
I could also try and sell a few of these items I don't use anymore. Referring emotions to his quarterstaff and crossbow that he has carried, but he's always used quarterstaff more as a walking stick, and the light crossbow never. It's just been hanging on his back.
Yeah, I don't think there's ever been cause for that.
Oh, we
Well,
should.
you can Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we
There you
found
go.
it. Yeah, we found that in the Death House for sure, and uh, my children could definitely use it.
These kids just staring at me.
They could use it, but yes, you could also sell it for some sort of.
Well, right, you need money. I understand that.
Yeah, and I
We
got this
also have-
one. I also got this one giant spider hide. I don't know what to do with.
I'll also be like, oh yeah, and this, and pull out the diamond ring we found in the hollowed brick.
Indeed.
I forgot about that.
Do we remember where we left Esmeralda?
She was in the abbot's
Ah,
place, I
yes.
believe.
Yes, we did leave her there. Okay. Well, what do we want to do next? Do we want to maybe go collect the costumes at the bottom of the pond and then make our way back here? Do we want to wait until tomorrow to collect the wedding dress? What sounds like best case scenario, you guys?
How far away is the path leading to where we need to go to get the costumes?
Well, that's a great question. Take a look. See here. That's the wrong map. Not far at all. It is actually just outside of. It'll take you about an hour and 10 minutes to get there.
All right. I say we go do that then.
Okay.
Are these kids just staring at me?
Absolutely. They're out there playing with their little, wooden toys. And I mean, they're probably used to you a little bit by now. They've seen more than once. You have a room in their house, for goodness sake.
The forbidden room. Don't touch. Danger.
Yeah.
Bad. Evil.
Smells
I'm
like
just. Yes. I'm just gonna side eye them. Slowly walk up the door. Keeping eye contact. And shut the door.
As soon as the door is about to click, you heading into little whispers, little girlish, childish whispers.
Evil.
And as you step inside, there's just a conglomeration of girls on the couch.
Evil. Hey, so I was yelling. Hey, so I was yelling at like outside the town for like hours, and there's nobody came. So
Well, that doesn't mean nothing. I mean,
okay,
they,
what's it
well,
mean?
listen, it means that they are on our trail now, and it's only a matter of time. So thank you for doing the legwork. Excellent job. I am sorry that you feel silly, but it was productive, and that's the important thing.
I feel really protective.
Yes, well, it was.
Well, now what? I want to go break something.
Well, we're gonna go collect those costumes from the lake.
Oh yeah! Do you want to go dress up in funny outfits and talk to crazy ghosts?
Can I grab the ghosts?
Hell yeah! I mean,
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not super sure how ghosts work, but I don't see why not.
Sounds logic enough.
I mean, if anybody could, it would be you.
All right.
Evil.
Everybody.
Arena,
Mhm.
Rena, can I just have a word real quick? Let's go into, I don't know, in here. What is this? The pantry?
Yeah, the
Or no,
kitchen.
this is the kitchen. All right, yeah. Come here for a second, Arena.
Yes, Clashter.
Okay, I'm concerned about Hedvig. Um, it's okay that she doesn't love me, but I would like to. Well, I would like to improve the quality of her life. Beyond just trying to buy her love. Do you have any advice?
Has she complained? I've. This is the first time hearing of this.
Well, I mean, she doesn't call me dad. She's 15. She's not as impressionable, and by this point, she probably feels like she don't even need a dad, which is ridiculous. Everyone does. What do you say to that?
She's a troubled girl. I think you're asking for too much too soon. She's never had anything but a kind word to say about you, and I've never even heard her complain a single time. She's joyfully helpful, kind.
Okay.
I don't think there's any cause for worry, but if it makes you feel better, I'll keep an eye on her.
Yes, keep an eye on her and see if you can think of anything that would be nice that we could do for her. How's that?
Sure, yes. I put my mind.
All right, high five.
High five.
All right. Oh shit. Did we speak at a reasonable volume where we couldn't be heard in the kitchen?
Yes, I do imagine.
Lovely. All right. What are we doing out here, guys?
We're
Oh yeah,
heading
we're
to
gonna
the lake.
head into the lake. All
What are
right.
you
Go
doing?
fishing.
Well, I was I taught Friedrich 2 new fencing moves, and then I'm building up to having a serious conversation about the nature of life and death.
In the kitchen? With Irina?
Mind your fucking business, Dirk.
You met with Friedrich. But that sounds lovely. As an hour before noon, make it back on the road. Oops. After about an hour, you make it to the Luna River. You cross over the bridge as you were bid, then set a southern course along its bank. You walk for a few hours as the fog swallows up the path and barely allows you to see through to the river, muffling its drifting currents. But ahead, you think that you can see something. A strange, misshapen shadow lying unmoving beside the road.
Armor Vaganus.
We sleeping. We after the twig attack, did we experience long rest?
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay, so we would have full health.
Yeah. So if need be, make sure that you're good to go. Hit your buttons. Let me pull the
What the
up.
fuck?
Aggie.
Why is this all lively?
Why
What is
so
this? Why is so much life? What is this? Witchery.
I mean, it's not as though Barovia's
Oh wait, never mind. I see the death. It's fine. I
That water
overreacted.
looks that water looks crisp.
That neon in that bitch.
Quick question. For my conjure, my woodland beings, is there like a list of fey creatures that I can look through to see which ones I want?
Search up the CR rating and you'll see them for the most part.
Yes, there's like a list of something.
I can do one of a rating of two of a rating of one, or
What was the
four
spell
of
again?
conjure woodland beings. So it says specifically a fey creature.
Okay. Reference. I'm gonna put it in session. Tag you.
Oh, you can summon a sea hag. That's kind of interesting.
That was super unhelpful. Reference this.
Cool.
For, at the very least, combination. Does that help?
It opened in the
Bro,
wrong window. Yes.
Alright. The rest of y'all.
Curiosity killed the cat drill.
That's why I'm trying to keep pace with you so you don't die.
It's you who I'm worried about dying.
You carry on.
I'm
don't
worried
pass.
about no one.
And as you approach, you can see that the swirling fog pulls away from the shadow, revealing the broken and battered corpse of an enormous wolf, easily 6 feet from paw to shoulder, where it's standing.
Yeah, it's not that big, really.
The wolf's
Well, hold
side
on.
bears several large puncture wounds, and its head and shoulders have been crushed beneath an incredible weight.
Can I roll survival to see what kind of weight? Like, would this be a tool, a weapon, an animal, a appendage?
Give me an investigation check as Gleister
Ooh.
hovers around. Oh, what the hell was this?
No, Gleister says, "Watch out, guys! It's still alive."
I'll allow for nature, I suppose. If that's better for you.
Nature.
Can I do
Yeah,
a
my nature
medicine?
is like +2.
Add,
So like,
so 15, 16, 17. Okay. Yeah, Sturg, you kneel down beside this dead, majestic creature. Did you give it a good look over?
Okay, that was my initial guess. Yeah, this wolf is just bit off something it couldn't chew, or however that saying goes. It was murdered by a murdered. It was beaten by a very big elk or deer, I'd assume, as its head has been trampled and its side been punctured. Classical hunting. Aha.
Those look like claw marks to me, not something a stag or deer would have.
Okay, all right. Suspend disbelief a little bit. I did the best I could with the art. Okay.
Hey man, I'm telling you how it is. I'm the nature guy
So his
now.
description is actually accurate to what we see.
I'm doing my
Mhm.
best, but Sturg's description is accurate to it. Yes.
Well, nothing to see here, like I guess. Not my kill to harvest. You coming? Or are we giving it a burial? Or like what's going on here?
Ebus and Isaac shrug their shoulders and carry on. You saw a wolf carcass. You departed away.
None of my business.
Several minutes continue to pass before the forest's edge, it has completely pulled away, and all that you have now is the gentle, distant waves of the Luna River. Speaking of, let me label that on your map. There you go. The path does continue south here. However, a few feet ahead of you is a trail of dark blood that vanishes into the eastern fog, heading toward the shore.
I say we investigate.
I was
Okay.
about to say my vote is to follow it.
I concur.
Before
Curiously
we
enough, from what you remember, it is rather quite on your way to the island that you seek in the first.
Yeah, I'm going to cast my conjure woodland beings though. I'm gonna cast 2 dryads.
All right.
They should be a level rating 1.
Neat.
Dryad. Is that in your summons? folder
Um,
already? Oh, I don't have one of that on this one.
No, I'm assuming you didn't see my note then.
What note?
I put a question in. It was under Glacier's investigation. If you would add that.
Oh, well,
my
you add
list.
Dryad to my list. Word. No, I didn't see that shit. My bad. That's my bad. But I shall do that.
Just so you have it.
And yeah, for sure. And 2 of those. Is that correct?
Yes, because they are a challenge rating 1.
Beautiful. All right.
Or at least
well,
that's what that article said.
correct. Gleister, what are you doing with that 19 survival there?
Trying to travel, follow the trail, the blood trail.
Okay. All right. You walk along, following some blood, ignoring it for the most part and focusing on it. Directionary clues. And you find a single enormous print, more than a foot across on its own, heading eastly along the trail.
Well, I don't have very high hopes for this. But may I attempt a nature to try to identify?
I was
Good
about
sir,
to say,
you
if it,
may.
like animal in nature or
Gosh, darn it.
It is, in fact, some sort of hooved animal, but Gleister is not sure.
Hooved. Well, you guys want to take a look at this? Hey, Alcina, you're pretty clever.
thanks. I spent a lot of my time outside.
Sorry, my mic is muted. I was gonna give Alzana bardic inspiration to maybe make it better.
It looks like an elf's print, though this is larger than any elk I've come across.
Oh, elk are nice.
They're not
Um,
nice.
I was
Maybe
like,
not.
are they? I've never heard that.
No.
They're like the biggest bitches there are.
Yeah, I was about to say they're pretty aggressive creatures. They
Well,
tend to give
you
no
guys,
fucks.
well, they don't have moose in Norway.
We do.
What? How?
They suck. I hate them.
What's Norway?
How did-
Never heard of that
How,
before.
how did a moose get there?
As Gleister leads you all on forward, that blood leads to a small peninsula that juts slightly out into the water. And in the distance, the shadow of a forlorn isle stands amid the fog. But where you stand now, a mossy
Who the
slab
fuck? Oh, it's the Dryads. Okay, you had me
is
startled
at the
there.
edge of the peninsula,
Oh no, they got him.
and a
They
raven
got
is
him.
perched atop slab.
Did they
Face
peck
towards
his eyes out?
the shore. Oh, just you wait, just you wait. Face towards
Sorry.
the shore, with its head bowed in a silent vigil. And not far from it, sprawled along the peninsula, with its rear body half submerged in the lake, is an enormous elk. Easily 12 feet tall at the shoulder this time. Its coat is matted with blood and mud, and its right eye has torn from the socket, leaving a dark crimson void behind. The elk's hind right leg, the one close to the water, is a horrifying mangled sight. Cuts the width of a human fist have sliced muscle all the way up to the thigh, exposing the bone in places where flesh has been torn away. The flesh around this wound is tinged with sickly shades of black and green, leaking a slow drip of pus and blood into the water. The elk's chest rises and falls with shallow, labored breaths. Its one remaining eye stares blankly into the mist. And above it, you hear the caw of the raven, croaking somberly.
Well, I want to try and save it. Would healing it stabilize it enough to live?
It's hard to tell.
I'm gonna try
Give it a good look.
anyways. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on it.
Describe how Alcina does.
She's gonna kneel down, and gingerly take its bleeding head in her hands, and she's gonna whisper encouraging words to knit the wounds in the beast together, with her glowing hands of healing.
You take this giant beast's head in your lap, and It's as though an entire Great Dane-sized creature has laid across your chest. And your hands glow magic as Gleister, what?
Oh, I just want to point out that I have moved up to the other side by the antlers, so that if it, springs to life, I don't want to necessarily restrain it, but it'll hit me with the antlers instead of Alcina.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. That's very good smart thinking. Alcena, you watch these wounds. And your magic courses through it, but you don't see what you expect to see. And something deep within you knows a horrible, sad truth.
Alcena's gonna watch this happen, and she's gonna sigh and wipe away a single tear as she looks up at Glacier and somberly lets him know that unfortunately there's nothing I can do for him, and he's unfortunately gonna die.
Is there anything we can do to ease this passing?
Kill?
Yeah, I mean, putting him out of his misery seems the best way to go. There's nothing I can do for him magically, and she's just gonna
Jeebus and
start
Strahd.
stroking his nose.
Okay, well then Gleister stands up and,
Oh.
Okay.
Hold on just one second. Gleister stands up and pulls, out a weapon, presumably. As that is happening, but before it is plunged, Sturg and Jeebus, please make me a perception check.
Yeah, I figured. Could I use... Oh god. Oh god, why I clicked so many times? Because I feel like something like this is coming up now. Can I have advantage?
No. Not in this
Okay.
instinct. Not in this instance.
Ah, poop.
Both of you are looking around the elk, maybe looking anywhere but the elk. And you notice
Hold the extra javelin. I mean, pitchfork.
just as Gleister is holding up his weapon to provide this mercy death,
Person approaching across the river. Might kill him.
Don't let them interfere. This has to be done quickly and efficiently.
So do it already. Or I've been afraid to
Well-
swing at this guy.
I can't because the DM froze me. You know how that feels.
Who's the DM?
as Sturg calls out, if you choose to ignore him and anyways, I accept. Jarrell, briefly before we go back to that, what are you doing over there?
I was gonna ask the raven if it saw what did this.
Just in common?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It quirks its head at you, blinks its beady black eyes, and snaps its beak.
Maybe this was not a magic one. It's good, just be a regular one.
Considering it was paying respects, I thought it might have been one of our agent people.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, it's a fair assumption. Fair assumption. From the river to the east, not very far from the water's edge, probably 4 squares off map, max, is the hazy silhouette of a humanoid figure of sorts, astride a bestial shadow, as seemingly as tall as a horse. But they are both sort of obscured beneath that thick, swirling fog that is covering the river.
Pull out to it in common.
Friendly.
Yeah.
And the figure continues its approach. And a woman cloaked in mud-splattered robes emerges from its depths.
Wait. Can you help this poor creature?
You look at her and as she gives the distinct impression of old druidic healing magic. She's wearing a tattered shawl across her a fancy, flashy red stones in her ears and multiple carved wooden talismans. And she's holding a basket in the crook of her left arm, though it's covered with a coarse rag and you can't quite see the contents. And in her right hand, which is clad in leather gloves, holds a rusted, very wicked looking knife. She hops down from her steed, which is an enormous dire wolf, but not a living one.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The beast's flesh has begun to rot, its side pierced with gaping, bloody wounds. Some of the meat has been stripped away from its front leg. Bless you. Revealing the bone underneath. And Drell beside you, from atop the stone slab, the raven emits a grumbling, guttural croak, with its feathers bristling as the undead wolf and its rider steps forward.
what's
I thought this one's wound. Dire elf's antler. She steps towards you, as you've asked her if there's anything that can be done. This is a lucky day indeed.
Oh,
No, I don't think there's anything that can be done for
okay. Well, then
Then-
can you put this thing out of its mercy or its misery more efficiently than me, you think? I'm not being challenging. I honestly don't care as long as it is done and this creature suffers no longer.
She kneels down, puts her hand to its neck, which is nestled in Alcena's lap. Yes. The beast's heartbeat is impressive. And she pulls out the blade. And with a single practiced motion, she draws the knife across the elk's throat. The sound is wet and sickening, with a guttural shudder rising from the creature. Blood, dark blood, spills down into the roots and soil. Its massive body trembles once, then goes still.
Madam, I think a sword through the heart would have been better. You could have just let me do that. Boy, you just show up with your dramatic entrance and it just lingers on for no reason. Now I assume you're going to turn it into some sort of undead creature. Is that correct?
Well, it's dead. Should its body not have some sort of purpose?
God damn it, why didn't you just let me stab it in the heart before you fucked and sauntered on over. Leicester's in a huff. He walks over to Jeebus. Just turns his back from the lady's direction.
Alcena's gonna gently put the elk's head down onto the ground and stand up and kind of brush herself off and turn to the woman. Do you know what would do something like this? This is the second animal that we have come across that was mutilated like this.
It was the wolf. That wolf she rode up on, and this elk. They obviously killed each other, and the wolf died first. That's probably the same wolf that we passed a couple minutes ago. And she's like, "Oh, I found this dead wolf, and I'm gonna ride up on this shit." And now she's found our poor elk, and now she's like, "Yay, lucky day! I get 2 undead buddies to play with this horrifying bitch."
As much as that makes sense,
by the way,
Glacier.
Gleister like shouts all of that over, like from behind Jeebus.
Jeebus.
Again, where he's not facing you guys.
The woman, she just leans down and she reaches for the antlers and begins to dig into the body with her blade.
Because hopefully you and Jarrell are the only ones that see this, but I'm
she's
sniffling.
just not gonna answer my question.
Why would I? I don't know you.
And we don't know you. You just kinda appeared at the
Did
scene
you
of a
favor, too,
crime.
didn't I? A crime? Hardly. This is a creature. This is the way of life. And such is the way of life.
Do you have a hunting license or is this poaching?
Yeah.
What does that even mean? And
Yeah, it's
she
actually-
continues to dig into it, harvesting its organs.
Yeah, not to be too much of a bother, but we're trying not to judge you as well. Since you have a uncommon undead companion over there, and we're just trying to make heads or tails as to what happened here. Attacks like this on creatures this size aren't very common. Being a fellow druid, I would assume that you have some care for the wildlife around here.
Goddamn necromancer! Leister sniffles.
I really don't know what gave you that impression, but I care.
I want to take her on the shoulder and make her look me in the eyes. And when she does, I want to ask, how do you feel about Strahd?
Strahd.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I can tell you is that I don't feel inclined to have this conversation with strangers. And I've gotten about all I need anyway.
Not my question. Well, just answer.
I
Yeah.
don't think it's any business of yours.
No, it is. It really is.
Answer the question, Claire.
She looks around. Who's Claire?
Leister sniffles loudly. He's been sobbing this whole time because he's really sad about the elk.
Oh.
She
Oh.
seems to be putting the organs away in a pack in her little basket, and she's moving to climb back aboard her creature, seemingly
Does
finished.
both the dryads just start hitting the gritty?
Yeah, I'm gonna have one of my dryads is going to try to charm her into being complacent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a DC 14 Wisdom saving throw.
All right.
I never shall let you go.
This is interesting. God damn it, I have to change the setting.
Aren't necromancers
Okay.
usually bad? Or am I just
Yeah.
getting asleep, my guy? Oh. Barovian Wedge! I don't know that.
Since she's
Lovely
now
creatures
charmed.
you have there.
Yeah, they are my pets. And the request is I'm just gonna say truth.
Riot's talk.
Ish.
Ruth?
Truth.
She
Tell the
looks
truth.
it up and down.
Oh, they speak
Yes.
common and Sylvan. I didn't know that.
Well, let me tell you something about pretty things. She continues climbing aboard her wolf. This meadow is a place of ancient death, and such creatures are drawn to it as to a flame. Do not linger long, lest you draw their attention and their appetites. A little advice from me to you.
Since she is a druid, as she's leaving, can I do a quick look around to see if there's any other hidden messages that she may have left either for herself or...
Like down by the ground down here?
Well, and anywhere in this whole space, like whether it be like over by here or anything, because it seems that she's active to this space.
Yeah, you can walk the little area and do a bit of an investigation check, surely. As you walk away from the pillar, Durrell, once more the raven has made a shrill caw, and once again bowed its head, seemingly solemn. Before
Oh, he takes off?
in
I was
theory.
gonna talk to him.
I was about to try something too.
I wanted to kill her.
Look at that. Well, you didn't act fast enough.
Yeah.
I know.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I wanted to cast
I'm
Speak
being
to
too
Animals
nice.
and see what he's got to say. But what did you want to do, Drell?
You can go first.
Okay. I talked to it. Do you know what happened here? You seem pretty solemn about it.
I am to rule, and I am here to watch and mourn, to stand vigil.
My condolences for your loss.
All great beasts of Barovia are connected, and it is a great loss indeed. You have my thanks.
Can you tell me what happened and what attacked it? This isn't the only creature we found along this path that was savagely attacked like that.
I could not say, nor would I. There are forces at work here that mortals cannot comprehend. But in this case, it is the cycle of life that has befallen great beast.
Ask him if he's part of the Raven Clan druids.
Yes. Are you a part of the Raven clan?
He makes a caw, a sharp caw. I am to rule, and I stand vigil.
Yep, I think that's about all he's got to say to us, bud. I don't think he is part of them.
Hmm.
The elusive them.
I don't
Okay.
think my thing's gonna help then. So
He blinks at you with eyes that are beady and black.
I mean, he didn't say no, so I will show that new thingamajig of mine
Oh yeah.
with the raven on it.
Your friend brandishes a powerful, powerful item. You ought to take care not to lose it. You will need it. And then the raven spreads its large blue-black wings and takes flight.
Okay.
So is this where we need to get the stuff from the bottom of the ocean? Or not the ocean, but the pond?
I think it's supposed to be on an island, isn't it?
Isn't that what we just came to? This is the shore up to a peninsula?
Oh, is it?
No. This is entirely a side thing that we followed that blood trail.
Oh,
The
like
path,
not on the way.
That's
yeah,
correct.
the path to our destination. We gotta backtrack the way we came.
Not far though.
Okay.
This is sad.
Well,
And
yeah.
she stripped everything useful off this elk anyway.
Yeah, I think that there's nothing left here, and she also did tell us that there was some ancient creatures that lurked around here, so it's probably best that we get back on our path.
Ah, shit. We never checked anything about Bianca. What happened to Bianca, Miss Speckleton, and our cart?
Yeah, you did. That's when the raven brought the thing to us because it was had a note saying it was okay, and then it also had this
Right.
thingamajig.
That was the last we heard of them. So we don't know where they ended up. If they were in
They
They were
said.
in Kretsk.
Yeah, they said.
or in
They were
Kresk.
in Krez.
Oh,
letter.
okay. Okie dokie. Well, then that's why we're on feet. But
Yeah.
at least there's less chance Miss Speckleton's true owner is around.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Unless we want to come back to make camp later to see what it is causing this. Suggest we continue towards the island.
I agree with that.
Okay.
Yep. Can't wait to go diving in full plate meal.
I figured I would just go octopus and bring you guys the items.
Okay, well then this is an exact exchange that Gleister and Alcine are having. And when you say like that octopus thing to him, he is so relieved and happy, and he tries to give you a hug.
She'll accept the hug. She'll pat your back. The full plate.
Well, all right then he will pick you up and spin you around and say, "Alcine, you're the best." and then he will gently put you down, and march on ahead and try to keep pace with Sturg as usual.
Okay. Alcina's just gonna shake her head and just continue on.
Amazing. All right. You carry on a little bit back the way you came and manage to come across a little dinghy. It's a little dinghy. Large enough. Probably not ideally to fit all of you. Probably would be better for one less of you to be into that little boat. But it takes all of you. You sail across a little stream, though it looks deep. You can't quite see the bottom, despite the bright clarity of the previous map. You make shore. And it's not long before you crest a hill and a wide gray-brown boulder emerges from the mists. Its edges worn smooth from rain and wind, standing alone atop the island.
How long's it been since we first found that direwolf?
On the path here?
Yes.
Oh, sure. An hour. Possibly an hour and a half, closer to.
I could use a short rest before we go further. Just to get my spell slots back if we want to break for lunch. Before we head onto the island.
Okie dokie. Wait. Didn't we already get on the dinghy?
You've arrived to the island, but I mean, you
on the shore.
You're getting deep into it. Yeah.
Yes, that's a great idea. It's only a short rest, so I can still, keep watch. Sturg, I don't know why I even bother, but it'd be cool if you didn't wander too far from the group.
I found rocks.
Oh, sweet. Jeebus, well, does anyone need to heal? Because Jeebus could do Song of Rest.
We haven't fought anybody, so.
No, I suppose not. Fire.
All right. Yeah. After we're done with the lunch break, how big was the island? Did we see about how? I don't need it, Alcina, because I get my own temporary hit points. Oh no, aid raises the maximum. Never mind.
Maximum.
It's probably about a mile across at max.
Okay.
You can see across the other side. Kind of misty, foggy.
1 Jeebs, 2 Sturg, 3 Drell, 4 Glacier, and I'm just gonna roll 4d4. No.
You can only choose
3d4.
So
okay, so Sturg.
It should be Jeebs, Sturg, and Jarrell.
And
yeah,
Jarrell.
I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm good. I'm very armored.
All right. Then I will
+5.
Yes.
go ahead and cast Armor of Agathis again.
Okay.
This is a precautionary measure.
At level 1?
At level 4.
Right, you warlocks cast it as high as they can.
Yep.
Got
I only
it.
get 2 spell slots, but they're always top.
So that's an
good.
extra 20 hit points for you.
Yep.
Alright.
Alright. Let's go look for some costumes.
I'm excited. You're gonna be cool looking, Darrell?
What's that?
You think they'll be cool looking outfits?
I hope so. I'd hate
Where's
to go talking to ghosts while looking silly.
Well, you guys gotta remember, the other thing they said is we don't take anything more than we need.
What did you say, Jeeves?
Where's Isaac?
Great question. I will place him.
I thought he got lost in the woods and died.
He's
No.
down.
He was just
That's
sitting on the
exactly
boat.
what I thought.
Honestly, I fucking wish. He's
I'm
fine.
glad nothing happened with the boat. I would have had to stop and talk about the precautions I would have taken.
Menacing rock.
Yeah, it is. It is a rock.
Can I move the rock? Can I throw it?
I'm gonna name this rock Dwayne.
It's a very
Sort of.
large rock.
I want to throw this rock.
Lyster, are you coming?
I need to add my feats of strength.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 Isaacs now.
Oh god.
He
I only
duplicated.
see one.
Yeah, I only see one as well.
Probably visual
Just
bug.
need to refresh Jeeves.
Okay.
I like to throw this rock.
I shall like to stand atop this rock for a moment. It's a very large rock, and cast my gaze about.
I want to throw this rock right now.
Well,
Hey, not bad.
Sturg is attempting
pick-
to.
No,
pound
not
you.
tempted.
Okay, first
I'm
of
actively
all,
throwing this rock.
no,
No,
you can't
you're
move
not.
this rock. It's a
This
boulder.
rock is
you silly-
easily the size of a living room.
Boo!
It's a.
Hey,
I
I've seen him
wrestled the
wrestle a dragon
dragon.
twice.
Oh yeah,
What'd you
okay.
say,
See,
Jeeves?
I saw him wrestle a dragon twice.
You're not wrong. However,
That was also in a
the
dream
rock
state
just
too.
doubled in size.
I'm also
Also true.
standing. I'm also standing on top of it.
and Glacier
Yeah,
is
well, I can
very
throw
heavy,
you.
as we know.
Yeah, of course.
That's a fact.
He's
though.
solid.
Oh no, it's because I've got plate mail on, you silly
This is
guys.
a wide stance, my guy. Well, you don't see any armor vendors
Oh yeah, hold on. I get a good
ancient
idea. I'm
armor,
gonna just use.
but
I'm gonna start howling.
you must be in the right place.
Didn't you say we had to go into a pond?
I'm not seeing any bodies of water here, though.
Make one.
That's not saying that this wasn't at some point immersed in a body of water.
Ooh.
True.
Ooh, that's actually really good because there's like coral, but what the fuck this is.
Looks like brambles to me.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know my nature.
There's
Yeah,
a lot of
I'm
trees
gonna-
on here. Like, how long ago was this?
I'm gonna do a little looky look in here.
I like to howl.
I'm also
looking for shit.
Yeah, give me your best howl, Sturg. If anyone would like to make a history check to fully remember what Sir Godfrey said.
Yeah.
No,
I like you.
like the performance check though.
Oh, see? Fucking polar opposites. Look at that shit.
He says a number of things, as you recall. Not Jeebus, but some of you.
Oh wait, with Jack of all trades, it would be a 13.
Yeah, Clash doesn't remember either, so
Damn.
that helps.
The Knights of our Order consecrated the armor of fallen comrade, disguising it with glamour to spare his soul from desecration of war. Disguise still lingers. You can find the relic buried there. It may shield you from the eyes who no longer see the living as friend. Find an ancient stone slab where the river meets the lake. He directs them 200 paces west
These are
from
just for my
there.
notes.
$1,000 souls. Some along may be. Okay, so we're looking for a relic. And there's a glamour. Do I have anything that would counteract that? Let me see.
Find an ancient stone slab.
What if it's like buried beneath the rock? Maybe to push the rock.
Oh, they're buried
Yeah.
in their resting place. We gotta dig.
It's
Anyone
just
got a
me. This is like a
shovel?
dick over here.
Pretty sure I have a
I
shovel
don't know,
that
man.
Sturk's carrying around for me.
Yeah, I mean, is that a dick?
It does look kind of like a dick. I didn't make this map though.
If I were to use this,
I mean, don't we have a
would
chance
that
of finding stuff?
Oh
take
yeah, we
care of the
do.
glamour?
I got a gray stone. I can't remember which ones are.
I think
Gray
Gray's
is the
lovely.
one. Yeah, Grows Gray is the one.
Okay. Then yeah, I will use
Possibly.
mine.
Okay.
In order to find the buried relic.
All right. How long would you like to spend on it? I'll say now, you do cast this spell, but you don't find any outward evidence. You don't see, the battlefield covered suddenly in armor bits.
I thought I just crushed it and it kind of did its magic.
So
Must
it's
be
like a
like a
locate
something.
object spell.
Yeah,
Kinda, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that's my understanding of what the stones from the wall did.
The thing,
Or
the thing is, the spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close, within 30 feet at least once. Alternatively, the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind.
Yeah.
We haven't seen it. We haven't seen it once, right?
Nope.
You don't need
That's
to see
true.
it.
You have not seen it, and I mean, happy some sort of argument, but the nearest armor is probably going to point to Gleister. Most,
Hmm.
What about
most often.
Oh, I could run far away.
could I specify that it should be enchanted?
Hmm.
Enchanted armor?
We know that this is enchanted armor we're looking for.
You could specify.
You could specify it's holy armor, whatever this order was called.
Unfortunately, specifics of that variety will not get you far.
Boom.
The technicalities of the weave do not understand this
Stupid
order
magic.
such as they are.
Useless magic.
Or yeah, glamored armor, I suppose would be what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Oh, as a range of 30 feet, you said?
Yep.
More than 30. Isn't it like
Locate object.
a mile?
It's 1,000 feet.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Walking around.
Beep, 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 beep,
Your
beep,
little
beep,
meta
beep.
detector. Yeah. You're definitely detecting something, though it keeps pointing at your shoes.
Yeah, we know it's
Are your
buried.
shoes glamour? Oh,
No, I don't have magic shoes. I'm looking for where to dig.
You're walking around this rock, and it's fairly steady at your feet.
I fucking knew it.
Okay.
Stupid rock.
Well, I guess we need to start digging around this thing and
I want to flip the rock.
strong guys.
Intelligence.
I'll get 'em as
I
close as
want
I
to
can.
see if I can maybe sniff it out. Something abnormal that's like not normal.
And how many shovels do we have? Well, I'll say not sniff stuff out.
That'll be a Gloucester item.
Alcena the
Question.
polar bear will dig with her paws.
Okay. What about the rest of you?
Oh, well done. Shovel.
Jarrell's arms start waving like a wavy inflatable arm tube man.
Okay. How does that help you dig?
It does not. I do not have a
Amazing.
shovel. That is not the kind of thing I would bring with me.
You're just
But I
calling on the
will,
forces of God to help you.
if we, encounter any chunks of rock or stuff that we need to get rid of, I will blast the shit out of them.
Amazing. All right, Alcena. Well, how long would you like to spend digging?
As long as it takes.
Quantities of 30 minutes.
As long as it takes that I am able to stay in bear form, which is a total of.
Twice. So roll me.
I thought it was equal to the number of druid level I was.
But it's only an hour.
You you stay in B shape for a number of hours equal to half your druid level, rounded down. So my druid level is 7, so 3.
So you can stay in for 3 hours.
Yep.
Okay.
I would hope that at least somebody would be able to help me dig at least a little bit.
I have no shovel.
Nobody
human.
has a shovel.
We have
Not-
one shovel. Yes,
Oh.
we have a shovel, but just the one.
Okay, so between my paws and somebody shoveling.
But yeah, when we were digging those graves, Jarrell was good enough to offer me moral support while I was digging the grave.
I can do that. And as I said, if there's like any big chunks of rock that are getting in the way, I will gladly Eldritch blast them.
I'm gonna play a working song for you guys.
Leave
All
this
right,
alive,
You can roll
Goes into
6
spit.
d20, Alcena.
Nice.
Hey, can you get off this rock? You're heavy.
Oh, sorry, bud.
In the first half hour, you uncover an iron helm engraved with the sigil of the Order of the Silver Dragon.
Oh.
Jarrell, now we got a job for you. You can buff this up, man.
The next half hour, you find a breastplate engraved with the sigil.
All right,
No.
one more 5 to go.
The next, you find a almost full human skeleton, but he wears no armor.
But
Then
yeah.
find yourself, my god, an iron shield engraved with a sigil. Then lo and behold, you've found another helm. And finally, another shield. While Sturg tries, still futilely and fruitlessly, to move this very large rock.
We'll move this rock. Stupid fucking rock. So I should have gone Path of the Giants. Would have kicked this rock.
It
As
had
you
to have
begin-
budged a little bit.
What's that?
It had to have budged like in 31. It's crazy. He pulls something.
I mean, I could definitely have him burst some eyeballs at this point.
That would hurt.
But as Sturg tries his very best to move the rock, and Alcena approaches the end of her wild shape and pops back into Alcena form. A damp wind seems to stir across the island,
Cool and all
bringing
the
with
way.
it this thick stench of death.
All right, so we got a shield, a helm. God, dang it. What all pieces did we get? Nope, that is. Shield, helm. What were our other pieces?
Hey, you guys see that?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. So we got 2 helms, a breastplate, a shield, a full
urgency.
skeleton, and I forgot what the last one was.
Hey guys, you guys
What?
don't see those?
So
I'm busy.
I'm gonna get.
Oh shit! There's monsters coming at us. Everybody on alarm! Everybody
As
alarm!
you
Fuck you! We'll
turn-
kill you.
All but Jeebus are surprised.
I
Actually, I would
I-
get surprised.
ran
There you
up
go.
here. I was shouting the alarm. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
We can kind of hear you in your toaster. We can kind of hear you in your toaster. So everybody roll an initiative.
Yeah.
Multiple emaciated creatures come hurtling out of the fog with their bloodstained claws reaching out for you in desperate hunger.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
can.
Yeah.
I was trying to argue that I shouldn't be surprised because I ran up and
He
sounded
wasn't
the alarm.
digging.
Very good. Alcena, Isaac, Jeebus, Jarell, Sturg.
Do you see
You're gonna be
2
super
polar
surprised
bears
if you-
on your screen? Because I see 2
I see
polar
0
bears.
polar bears. I see
Okay,
none.
they won't go away.
Yeah, I don't see
You'll
him
have to
either.
reload. All right. Nice initiative, Kleister.
Ghouls.
Jarell is using the shield that we found.
Okay, very good. You can count a shield towards
There we go.
your AC for the time being.
Yeah, I'll trade out my normal shield for it.
All right. Yeah, it hurts. It seems that the smell of overturned grave dirt wetted the scents pack of ghouls. And that is where we are going to end tonight's session, beginning next with the culmination of this hopefully slightly punishing ghoul fight.
Am I surprised?
I'll take your word for it that you were shouting the fighting against you. So
All
between
right.
the two of you, you are the only paying attention
You know-
while Jarell and Alcena, you know, to figure out what's going on, what do you need, what do you... Sturg's over there completely behind, just like pushing this rock.
Stop moving. Stop
I didn't move.
moving.
I
I
didn't
saw
move.
you.
I did that.
That was hard.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, so and Jeebs was trying real hard. He was trying real hard to get the
Yeah.
attention of the group there.
Dude, that was terrifying. I saw like a whole herd of them just walking towards us.
Yes. By the way, Jeeves, you got to be. If people aren't responding, you got to assume that your mic's not working. But you got to be more
And shout
explicit
louder.
about danger. Yeah, we're gonna
And
look
you know
back
what's
on
funny,
this.
Jarell, is it was relying upon a passive perception of 13 or more, and you actively don't have that high. So it all worked out thematically. Perfect.
All right.
All right, my friends. Well, we will conclude particular side quest.
Hold
next
on,
week.
Bly, what is your
Yes.
dex?
I'm excited.
Bly Chester.
Blisters?
Yes.
What is his dex?
My
Yes.
dex is 15.
You should be ahead of the ghoul then.
I rolled a natural 20.
Yeah, but you don't have the little decimals. That would put you ahead of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
a
that's true.
22.2.
222! What?
He goes first forever. All right, lucky you guys. All right, rules
Sweet.
lawyers. I will see you guys next tomorrow.
Okie
All
dokie.
right.
Bye, my friends.
Oh yeah.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Later.